and we are live. This is JAMBOOMBOOM here, reporting live from Towson University. This is the BOOM Boom live public service broadcast, a very special segment called Student Spotlight. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? This is Jam here, and today I am Stanley, a successful student. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the BOOM Boom live public service broadcast. Today's segment is titled Student Spotlight. That's right, Student Spotlight. Instead of spotlighting students getting arrested on campus, we are going to spotlight the successes and the stories of our students here and our future scholars. A lot of S's I've been saying. I was just taking that moment to breathe. All right, so it's so good to be here. This is the homecoming stretch for a lot of our students out there. This is finals week. It is traditional that this is a very stressful time for our students and our future scholars, but I'm deciding to flip the narrative and making it a successful season for our future scholars and our current students because we need y'all. Y'all the new future leaders. Forget what they say. Forget what you hear. Forget what you see online. Y'all are the future. We are the future because I'm a successful student myself, but it is not about me. No, it's just not about me today. We have our first student spotlighter. I like that, student spotlighter. What you think about that? A little student spotlighter. We got our first spotlight on our first student, and I am going to introduce them right now. A future elementary school teacher whose inner child pushes her to prioritize the education and happiness of today's youth to create a better future. Let's give it up for Kailah! Hey! Welcome. What an intro.
Thank you.
What an intro. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am well today. I feel successful. I feel like I made it. You know what I mean?
It is that season.
It's that season. We
Successful
made this season. Oh, absolutely. I like the all white.
Thank
the white on the top.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You were just giving spring.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's like really gross outside.
It's really gross here in Baltimore. You're right. It's like last Wednesday I was outside. It was hot as hell. Mm-hmm. Friday I was outside. It was cold as ice.
Yep.
I said,
And it's been raining for the past 3 days.
And that sniffly, the sinuses has been going around everyone in my family. But no, we're here today and we're nice in a nice temperature controlled room. And we are here to put the spotlight on you, Kailah. So I want to first start with, what are you studying? What is your year and what are you studying?
Well, I am a junior.
All right.
And I am studying elementary education.
Come on.
So right now I am prioritizing English language arts.
All right.
Because the children, they need it.
Yeah.
They really need it.
Yeah.
I could talk about an hour about the current education system, about how they're not prioritizing actual reading.
No, actual reading. And the kids don't know how to read.
No, they don't.
The kids are not reading.
You know why?
Why?
Because the education system right now is prioritizing memorization instead of how to actually read.
Kailah just dropped that bomb, and Kailah is inside of the system, letting the system know what is up with it. So let's tune our ears to what Kailah has to say. And no, you're not the first educator to say that. You know, folks who are educating right now within the system, you are not the first, all right?
And I won't be the last.
Come on now, until something is done about that. So just your experience so far, have you had experience in the classroom?
I have. I've been in a 5th grade classroom.
All right.
I've been in a 4th grade classroom. And I've been in a 1st grade classroom.
Okay.
So a good broad spectrum, and also levels, different grade levels. I've been in an advanced 5th grade classroom and in a 5th grade classroom that they really need extra help.
No, for sure.
So I've been around the block.
All right, you've been around the block
in a little while. Just in this semester. That's all the classrooms I've been in this semester. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting a lot of different feels, different vibes.
Yeah. Flexing that muscle and getting those vibes.
Because, trust me, children, you need to practice how you talk to them.
Yeah, and they're tuned in. They're tapped in every single day.
Oh, they are.
I have a follow-up question. What do you find is the difference between being in this advanced 5th grade class versus another, what would you call that?
I mean, the proper term would be foundational.
Okay, sure. But when I was coming up, it was like the basic or the remedial.
Yeah, they call it like basic, and I'm like, it's not their fault.
No.
But honestly, some of them are mean. And I don't know if that's because they just are frustrated with their schoolwork and it's coming out in that way. But they're mean.
This is good. This is a good dissection. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. All right. Why do you study? Why are you studying elementary education?
I mean, ever since I was a kid playing with my dolls, I would sit them down and be like, okay, we're learning today. And then I would give them report cards. Some of them didn't do well. Some of them had dyslexia, just like me. Like,
so you've always had this like structured system going on, even in your playtime.
Oh yeah. I had a classroom set up. They had notebooks. They would get graded on their math test.
Come on
their spelling test.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, well, actually, that's not how you spell it. You idiot. You're a doll.
You're
Why
a
are you
doll.
not spelling it right?
Why don't you know these things?
Exactly.
Jeez.
Why did you get an F? Like,
that's hilarious.
Be better.
And the way that you played, the way that you made sense out of your playtime and the world around you, you eventually became. Would you agree to that? Is that something?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Even like at daycare, I would gather around like the younger kids and I would read to them.
Come on.
Because it's just something that's just been a part of me. Because like ever since I was a kid, everyone's like, that girl's gonna be a teacher.
Come on.
In high school, and when I found out, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a teacher. Everyone's like, you're gonna be a great one. Because that's just the way I've been.
Yeah.
That's just my human person.
Yeah.
And so when people would be like, well, they don't make a lot of money. And I'm like, I genuinely cannot see myself doing anything else. So I'd rather be in the system and change it within the system.
Absolutely.
Other than just like give up on my childhood dream of being a teacher.
And you know what? I just want real quick. I gotta you spitting that real good, real good game right there. And I want to say the folks, for the first point, the people and the folks who were saying, you're gonna be a great teacher, they were speaking real good over your life. I've been saying that a lot recently. Like, when you share good news with someone and they share that excitement with you, or they give you like a tip or a trick how to advance it or go further with that. I've been saying, folks are speaking really good over my life. So I've been saying you got people speaking really good over your life, and now in turn you're doing good into someone else's life. Even though it might seem, I don't want to speak for you, it might seem like a struggle because there still is that binary within the system of the advanced and the basic, and then how we internalize the system that we're moving through. And then to speak on another point that you said, not making that money, hold up. Because you know what, and it's again like how you were saying to those kids, it's not our fault that we're not making this money. Because how are athletes and musicians and rappers making this bag just by doing like a 1 hour little set in a club? But yet the educators of the world right now, myself included, where's our bag? It forces me to think, what type of society are we living in?
Like I was talking to you earlier, teaching's the one profession that teaches all professions.
It teaches
all. They're getting no money.
We gotta change that.
Even, this is still in the speaks, this is still in the talks.
Okay.
I don't want to, say anything.
No, sure.
But they're possibly talking about, at least in Maryland, starting to pay student interns. The fact that I'm saying starting to. And you want to know actual advice that was given to me by my advisor?
What's that?
To quit my job. Because I'm not going to have any time. So if I'm not going to have any time because I'm getting a degree, why am I not getting paid for it?
Why are you not getting
Because it's my gas money.
Yeah.
It's going to be my time that I've been writing lesson plans, going over lesson plans, working on IEPs, 504s. So much stuff goes on in behind the sets of a classroom that kids just don't know about that teachers don't get paid for in the real, when you're actually a job as a teacher. You don't get paid for the job unless you're there from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's what you're getting paid for.
Yeah.
But all the work, the grading, no.
No, you really have to have that heart for it.
And so,
but
interns not getting paid, the fact that we're only discussing possibly paying them.
No.
It's taken this long.
We need to get in those rooms, and to that point you were saying, not getting any money for it, and it's to really make a change, you don't necessarily get paid for those things, and it sucks because it's we have to engage and interact with this world, but the things that matter the most get bypassed. People don't even want to pay attention to that because it's just not how we're made to pay attention to it. and it makes me think of those extracurriculars that are being done behind the scenes, and knowing that where is the little stipend for that? Where's the little surplus bag, the surplus package for that for our student interns? I know for me, and I can speak from my experience, I got paid to go to school. I got a stipend to go to school every month because my father served in the Army in Desert Storm. This is 1991. The only reason I was able to get a little bag is because my father risked his life across seas, was on the verge of dying every single day. That's the only way I can get paid.
My father was in Afghanistan. I didn't get anything.
And it's not to necessarily talk down that, it's to interrogate and say, well, what about the folks who are just simply deciding to continue to go within these institutions? Because we know the last 4 years, I was going to say 20 years, but the last 4 years, don't nobody care about going to school?
No.
They are lucky to have us here. But because we're here, we're not just paying attention to the bag, we're also paying attention to the infrastructure and the systems, how they can change. How Kailah eloquently put, like, they're only starting to talk about student interns getting paid. That's why I'm hoping to stay within the field of education, just because one day there is going to be that stipend for folks to simply go to school. We'll get more incentives to go to school and more incentive to engage with society. Since everyone want to come crack down on us, oh, look at these little hoodlums, oh, look at these little nappy-headed wannabes, like, look, yeah, they deserve to be in the jails and stuff. Yeah, because there's no incentive to be in school. I'd rather be on let me stop right there. You know what I mean? But no, good stuff. All right, next question. How you feeling? Quick vibe check.
I'm good.
That's good. I appreciate you being here.
Talk.
Hey, we hit a yak. You know what I mean? We got the future educator and current educator here right now. This is our segment, Student Spotlight. We're about to move on to the next question. All right, so what are you about?
I'm really all about making sure that the future is not doomed. And I can do that in the classroom, because parents don't want to do it at home.
Damn.
I'm not sorry, actually.
No, don't be sorry. This is the public broadcast. This is what our public, you are part of our public, correct?
I am.
And this is what we're thinking. This is what we're broadcasting. That makes me think, you know what I mean? Like, on one hand, parents don't got the time. But parents haven't had the time in a long time. Why? Because they're giving their time to what it is that we have to participate in.
Exactly.
That's what they're giving their time towards. And when there is that few couple minutes of like, oh, I want to give some wisdom and some gems to my daughter, to my child, we only have a little bit of time to actually have one-on-one connection, maybe just on the weekends, if their parents aren't working day and night, just to get them up and get them breakfast, and
because teaching can't just happen in the classroom. The whole life is a teacher.
Yeah.
But when you're not showing your kids that you can learn from life, they're not learning. So it's like, I remember when I was a kid, I went grocery shopping with my parents. They'd be like, what cereal do you want? And I'd be like, oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She'd be like, which one says Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Whoa.
And so I had to learn how to read to find my favorite cereal. They'd be like, hey, which sign says the apples? Like, where can I find them? And so I'd have to look, be like, oh, that one.
That's good.
And so it's like, or like even in the car, hey, Kailah, read that billboard. And I'd be like, lawyers near here.
1-800 get a lawyer.
Exactly. So it's like, even those little things, you can find ways to have children practice their academics at home. So when teachers are like, no, you need to have that learning at home, we're not talking about giving them a book report.
Absolutely not.
We're just having that, like, read to your kids. You have to read to your kids.
Come on, y'all, read to your kids.
If you're having a kid and you don't read, don't have a kid.
Don't, hey, we getting into it. Hold up. Shots fired right there. You know what, the idea that I had, like, even if you're on social media all day, you a parent, single parent, what have you, read some tweets, read some memes. You can turn that into a little activity exercise. That's good. It made me think. I grew up, my mother is an immigrant. She's from Panama, so English was her second language. I grew up in the household. I didn't learn Spanish. My mom actually did not want to teach me Spanish. She wanted me to be proficient in English. So I ended up getting all the like Rosetta Stone. There was something called Hooked on Phonics, and I had English tutors, and even to this day you can hear all of my t's and all of my pronunciation. It really helped with my acting career. But to say like that was how I was like, I came up as far as like how to engage and how to best put into practice what it is that I was learning at school. Because my mom was hyper aware of just knowing how folks, judged her, prejudiced, discriminated against the way that she talked. She said, I don't want that for my son. So she made sure that I got all the extra outside curriculums. And now I'm even thinking, were those people paid? Maybe not. Anyway, but hey, I'm going to pay it back because look at me articulating now and broadcasting and whatnot. But yeah.
My primary grades were spent in Baltimore because that's where my mama lived. And so I moved in with my grandparents and I went to private school afterwards. But my primary years in Baltimore, my S's, non-existent.
Wait.
Those S's, like, I have a video of me in private school, of being a little cheerleader like I was. Me going like, my name is Kailah, and I'm a cheerleader.
No!
Like, it's so bad. I got bullied relentlessly in the private school. Kailah, my name is Kailah. And even my mom still says my name like that. She's like, Kailah Lynae. And I was like, what? If you can't say my name, why'd you give it to me?
Kailah Lynae.
And so it's like, I didn't go to speech, but I
Sure.
taught myself how to talk proper
Mhm.
because I'm like, well, my name's not Kailah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
my name's
no.
Kailah.
No, yeah. Just ways how we can improve in and out of the classroom, and bullies, how haters be your motivators. Even back then, you know what I mean. Haters could be the motivators.
Hey, 8-year-olds are mean.
They still are.
They
all right?
still, you know what? 8-year-olds are kinder than the 10-year-olds.
Huh.
They're better behaved.
Okay. They haven't experienced that, like, because 8, 9, 10. They
Well,
haven't
'cause, like,
experienced that yet.
I don't know if you noticed this, but there's no more child-friendly places on the internet. Like, when I was growing up, it was Webkins, Girls Go Games,
Okay.
Club Penguin,
Okay.
all that.
I had Neopets.
Neopets. Like, all of that doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. No,
And
you're
so the
right.
kids are still online, but they're watching TikTok. They're watching, like, YouTube. Not on YouTube Kids. They're watching just YouTube. And so they're seeing the Mean Girls and, like, like, we laugh at it. Being like, oh my god, can you believe this girl and this guy got into it? That's really funny.
Yeah.
But me seeing that is different than an 8-year-old seeing that. The Disney Channel's gone, basically. No one's watching Disney. No one's watching the old Nickelodeon shows.
No.
And so they don't have kid-friendly spaces, so they're replicating the people on YouTube. And so they think being mean is funny.
Yeah.
They think making someone cry is funny, because that's what got the views. That's what gets the attention. And so, like, I saw a child get bullied out of a classroom. And this is 5th graders.
And, like, where's the videos that, like, teach you how to, like, counter bullies? You know what I mean? Like, where are those videos?
Like, you really just have to tell that. Like, you have to be straight up with these kids. Because it's like, I've seen so many teachers get called out for being mean. If you're not honest, they're not going to change.
You gotta be.
Because you can't be like, oh, hi, my friends, all the time. You have to be like, this ain't gonna fly.
Ain't my friends all the time.
You say this to the wrong person, you're going to get your butt whooped.
There you go.
Because, again, it's Baltimore County.
Yeah.
You say that to the wrong person, you're not going home.
Don't play. Don't play at all. There was a point I wanted to make about being online. Oh yeah, and watching, and the kids watching like YouTube and in performance and in theater studies, we call that mimesis. We call that, and we've done that. That's why a lot of the programming that we have are specifically catered to a certain socioeconomic class, a certain racial class, a cultural class, and why we are exposed to certain programs because we ultimately act it out. But that's just another example of mimesis and kids acting it out, wanting for the gag, for the goal of hurting someone else, but then them feeling good that they accomplished miming something.
They got attention.
Yeah,
what they wanted.
And that's making me think right now in the moment, just like, what does it mean to? I've been saying this throughout the semester, or throughout this 2-year program here, like, to broadcast excellence. Like, we see online right now that the news would rather cover students getting arrested and missing out on their graduation rather than broadcasting their research. Why isn't there any major news outlets setting up shop at a research forum and interviewing students? Hey, what are you interested in? Even if it's no immediate benefit, who knows? Who cares at that point? But let's broadcast, because what we see and what we're exposed to, especially freely, like open access, like YouTube, that is going to influence us, whether we like it or not.
You have politicians saying that we don't know enough to talk about it. But then the fact is, we know more than they want us to.
We know way more, y'all. You just can't get up and say these
You're
things.
saying that we're the future of America and that we should be listened to, but when we say what you don't want us to say, then we don't know enough.
It's like, make it make sense, and you wonder why we are the way we are. But not us, though.
No.
It's making me think how to be a model educator. How to, like, show it. Not only just talking, because I know me coming up, it was a lot of talk. I had a lot of educators just talking the talk, but their actions never aligned to it. I was on the opposite end, where I was paying attention to the nonverbal cues of my educators. Like, are you really passionate? Like, I was focused in on their character. Are you really passionate about it? Is this really your lifestyle? Are you a lifelong learner? And 9 times out of 10, just because we do live in the money machine, folks are just trying to get that check, and it translates to their teaching, their pedagogy, their approach to education.
I mean, I feel like if you're just getting, like, the cash, teaching is not the profession for you.
It's not.
I'm so passionate about it, and I ain't getting nothing.
Hey, but you will, because we're stirring the pot right now, even with this discussion. All right, so this is another question. All right, we just to wrap up the student spotlight portion, then I want to get into some juicy things. What have you learned so far? You said you're a junior. I mean, obviously your life has taught you a lot, and then you enter into an institution in 2020, the height of the pandemic. Like, what have you learned so far?
I have learned that I need to be far more flexible than I was, and that time is, like, I know I used to see it as a joke on so many different, like, shows and everything, but time is a social construct. Because it's like, most of the people that I graduated high school with are graduating this year.
Yeah.
good for them. I'm so proud of them. They got their bag. They're so academically amazing. I know so many talented people.
Go off.
But then I'm not.
Sure.
And that's perfectly okay.
Sure.
Because I am going to get my degree.
There you go.
And that's what matters. I took a semester off to work at Disney World.
Hey.
So it's like I took that opportunity that I would not have had, that my other friends did not have. And so even though it's taken me a bit longer, I'm still going to fulfill what I'm out here to do.
Come on.
And so, like, time really is a social construct, being like, if I don't care how long it takes, I'm gonna do it, and that's what matters. Because, like, I have a friend who is only a couple months younger than me, and she's graduating with her master's next year.
All right.
So I'm so proud of her.
Right.
In, oh my gosh, speech pathology.
Come on, speech pathology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I know people who work in Lucasfilms.
All right. Yeah. There you go.
And so it's like, I see so many people going out into the world that I know, and I'm just proud of them instead of focusing on the fact that I'm still in school.
Yeah. No,
but I'm still in school. I'm still learning. I'm still developing, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life in school.
Come on now.
So,
yeah, that's the path that you took, and I like that. Versus being a hater, versus sitting back being bitter. And I'll say same. I wanted to originally, for my freshman year, I wanted to go to York College up in Pennsylvania. And went with my mom, met my roommate, saw the dorm room, saw all my classes, and then, like, had a conversation with mom, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't think I'm ready. I did 2 years at CCBC, Community College, and then I went to University of Maryland College Park. So having that 2 years to get my own car, to get my money up, to really, like, be in the world and not necessarily be in school, that helped me to be just out about in the world, and that really helped me to say, okay, what am I passionate about? And that did ultimately put me behind. Like, I didn't graduate with my graduating class, but I remember sitting back there like, hey, liking all the graduation pics, even linking up with my friends who were then, like, they graduated, then they moved off to New York and all that. I'm like, oh, it's possible for me to do that too. So not to internalize, like, you know, that, because a part of that is internalizing the system. It's like, okay, like, if someone reaches a milestone, that doesn't mean to look at yourself and say, oh, what happened? I do. Just be happy and for that person.
I'm liking all the pictures. Yeah. I'm just like, I want to go to the grad party. Like,
hey, invite me to the grad party.
I want to go.
Come on.
So it's like, you know, I graduated high school online. I started college online. So I was in a very, like, I didn't know what was happening.
No one does.
No one did. Yeah. And so it was like, I was, like, my generation has been through so many, like, once-in-a-generation events, and I'm tired.
We are tired.
I'm so tired.
I hope we get the rest that we need, and then we need to pop out because the machine's still going, you know what I mean? And that's what they try to do. They try to make us seem tired and try to wash us up. I'm trying to get better and youthful and more exuberant with experience and with age. All right. So, yeah, that's all the questions for the student spotlight, y'all. We got Lynae. We got Lynae up in here today. Y'all, I just want to get that full name. I'm like, is it okay if I do the Lynae? I like that. It's giving very much celebrity.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like celebrity teacher, celebrity educator, celebrity in your own right. Another little vibe check. Where we at? How you feeling?
I'm great.
All right, let me do a little vibe check. Oh yeah, we're going yap. I want to yap and like I want to switch gears a little bit. So if you can help me switch these gears. We got our student spotlight. We already know Lynae out here about to do real big things. You understand? So I want to get into because can I reveal just kind of what happened behind the scenes?
Of course, can.
We had lunch,
we did.
And we had Chinese food to be exact and to be specific. And you know, it makes me think I really want to do like an improv game. I call it fortune cookie improv, where like we might improv from like the fortune cookies every day. But I don't want to improv right now. But I do want to talk about what was on our fortune cookies and self-care. You mind if I run and go get it?
Go for it.
Talk to the people. Okay. This was my fortune cookie. Fortune. Prioritize self-care as a daily ritual for your mind. All right, Kailah, what does that mean to you? Oh, I'll put it here.
I feel like self-care is the most important care there is. And so if you're not prioritizing it, then your mind is so much focused on everything else that's going on, and like you lose yourself. Because like if you don't care for yourself, who is?
Where'd you go? I remember being in my like early 20s learning about self-care and what that actually looks like for me versus like trying to replicate. And of course with everything, it's my nieces and we try to do what we see. So, you know, you see influencers online like saying like this is what I do for self-care. You try to adapt your own way of doing it, but it wasn't really a lot of skincare, right? It wasn't until like a practicing or building my own ritual with self-care. And it did look like skincare. It was putting the mud on my face and, smoking the, can I say that? I mean, smoking the herbs for my lungs to expand and to heal, and just really getting and creating my own vibe. But then right here in the fortune it says a daily ritual for your mind. So like folks might do like a self-care day, like a self-care Saturday, but like this is saying a daily thing. Like what would that look like on a day like today? Let me just set it up for you. Here's a question. If you were to do a self-care ritual, if you haven't done it already, what would it look like for today, Tuesday?
I mean, for me, I always just take at least a bit of time to just like watch my YouTube.
Come on.
I write a little bit. I'm a writer sometimes.
Right.
When I have time.
Yeah.
But like, even if it's not like, I'm not writing like a groundbreaking novel. I'm just writing like those like little prompt days things. Like you get like a writing prompt a day.
Yeah.
I'll write a little blurb just to keep my writing skills up. Because if I'm gonna teach it, I should know how to do it.
Come on.
So I just do a little bit of that. I woke up this morning. I got myself a muffin. Like honestly, chocolate.
Okay. All right. Good.
Like a little self treat, like a little treat. Like those little treats, like genuinely, like they mean a lot. It's like I deserve a little treat today.
Just a little treat.
So even like just a daily care ritual of like you can give yourself a little treat. It doesn't have to be food. It can be a little like a movie that you wanted to see. Like get yourself a movie. Go buy the thing you wanted to.
That's good and I'm glad you said that. It doesn't have to be like food, because I was gonna say, man, those treats start to add up.
Oh, they do.
A little daily little treat turned into like a whole day.
Buffet.
Yeah, hibachi day. Yeah, I mean for three. So yeah. I know I gotta be careful with that, but that's good. That's good. All right. So we were also talking about, and the way that Kailah and I met was through the Inner Child Healing Workshop here at Towson University. It was hosted and facilitated by the one and only JDB down in Atlanta. Shout out to JDB. I'm gonna put the information up there. Hey,
hello,
and that's how we met. So that idea of tending to your inner child, and you work with children on the daily. Look at me, like this is childish AF as far as just being playful, as far as just really like putting on display kind of like that exuberance or that charisma that I've had since I was a child. And doing something like this really helps me to tap into that. How do you tend to your inner child?
Well, just going back on what you said real quick, because I feel like childish has a negative connotation that it doesn't deserve.
Come on now.
Because, like, if you're doing something that a child would find exciting and happy, why is that a bad thing?
Come on now.
Because, like, children do not censor themselves.
They don't.
So if they're liking something, it's probably a fun thing.
You just gave me an idea that as far as, like, broadcast and censorship and what is considered to be broadcasted and certain words. Come on, Kay. Come on. But that's good. No, yeah. For sure. But yeah, let's like put in little like words or titles on myself like childish, but also like it is like a child,
and
what I
mean,
like childlike wonder.
That's amazing.
Come on now.
If you don't engage in childlike wonder, like I feel like, as for me,
okay,
I'm not going to speak on anyone else.
Sure,
I can't. I can only speak on myself.
Come on.
But if my like childhood self wouldn't be happy with who I am now, what's the point? So it's like, because I didn't have anyone that looked like me growing up. It's like I don't see any mixed babies like being in positions of power.
Come on.
And so it's like the people who did look like me were Hispanic, which I'm not. I didn't even see a lot of mixed babies. Like that's why I was like, Hairspray was like so cool to me, because I'm like, oh my god, black people in Baltimore, that's so cool. Like I would get so excited.
Come on now.
And so it's like I didn't have any teachers that looked like me. And so when I was playing like my little teacher game, it felt like pretend. It felt like fantasy.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, me pretending to be a teacher was also me pretending to be like a vampiric princess or whatever. Like, I think I played that too. I was a very imaginative kid.
Hey, dark academia.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was into the scary stories to tell in the dark. I was a dark child.
Okay, yeah.
I was a child of the night.
Right. We have our phases, still are. You know what I mean?
Still a child of the night.
Still there. You know what I mean?
Love me the gothic.
Come on
gothic
now.
Vibes.
Aesthetic.
But like those were like the same thing to me, was playing fantasy. And so the fact that I've grown up and I'm like, no, I am an elementary school teacher.
Yeah.
Like I've just started introducing myself as like not a student teacher. I'm like, no, I'm an elementary school teacher because I teach elementary school.
Yes, you are.
And so I'm like, oh, little kid me would have been so geeked right now that it's like, not only are you a teacher, I worked at Disney World, a place I always wanted to go as a kid. I sang in concerts in Europe, which is something I don't think I told you.
Oh no!
I did.
Fun fact.
I did. I went on a tour with the choir in Europe.
What's up?
And so I went to 6 different countries. Actually, how I met my current partner.
All right.
So, like, little me's got love. Like,
that's what's up.
So, like, if little me's not proud, I don't find a point, like, in anything. So it's like I just try to make little me proud. And I don't view it as looking back at myself.
Sure.
I'm just like, that's who I wanted to be when I grew up,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
And so it's like I always stay connected with her because she knows what's up.
Yeah, she does. And you said like trying to stay connected with her, and that's like really like getting through and wading through life, because a lot of life is about like, you know, often that little child, and or using tactics to say things like words like childish is bad. You know, like there's rhetoric that's out there that's trying to get the inner child. There's like the systems that's trying to get the inner child, but it's like really staying true to that and making your inner child proud. I like that a lot. It makes me think right before I started this program in 2022, I was out in Towson, out in the circle, and I saw someone from high school, and we did theater together. That's where I started in high school. And I saw her, and I was letting her know, you know, we were catching up very briefly, passing by, and she asked me, you know, like, what are you, you know, getting into? And I said, you know, I'm actually going to Towson University to get my MFA in theater arts. She says this. She said, oh, you're still doing that? And I say, and you know, oh, I said, oh, you good. She caught herself real quick. And then she was like, oh, I meant like, you're still doing that. I said, no, you're right. You're right. She had a point. I said, you know what? I am still doing it. And it forced me to really own that and say, you know what? I am still doing what I was doing when I was a kid. I am still doing it, and I feel really good about it, because now I'm walking into new doors, new levels, really understanding what it is that I was even participating in as a kid, and that's helping me to then again change it, and then to boost certain things as far as like make sure these kids get paid, and then, you know, like calling other certain things out like infrastructure and what I did on CSR and all that stuff. But yeah, they're making my inner child proud too. I know my inner child was like a eclectic AF. Basically, what you're seeing right now is how I've always been, and I'm glad how you put that. I'm gonna own that more. You know. I'm gonna own that more. All right. You got any questions? What you got? Any hot topic? You got any juicy points? We just gonna wrap it up. Put a nice little bow on it.
I mean, I feel like all the hot topics that were on my mind, I've already talked about.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
My qualms with the education system. There's a whole other topic in it. So
no, for sure.
And it's like, oh, if I got my other friends in here, we'd be here for so long.
Oh no, we can this can turn into a little online discussion. Then we'll put it under the comments and we'll have a little public forum online.
Future teachers, bless you.
Future teachers, come on, y'all, and us as well. You know,
current teachers, bless you.
You know what? I'm getting. How you feel about doing a quick little improv, quick little 5 minutes, little radio drama improv?
Oh.
All right, so we got our box here. Feel free to like take out props, and we have different noise makers right here, and we're gonna close out the show. All right, we're gonna close out the show. So as you do that, go ahead. I'm gonna introduce it. All right, y'all. So we got the one and only Kailah Lynae here, future educator, current educator of the world, and we're about to end our first ever segment of Student Spotlight with radio drama improv with Jam and Kailah. All right. Okay, so usually, you know, we do like a person, place, and thing, or like, do you want to do that, or you want to jump right in? How you feeling? We got money here. We got.
I kind of like this hat.
All right, go ahead, go off. We got this.
Goes with the outfit.
All right.
I feel like I'm getting dressed for Sunday best.
Yeah, for Preakness.
Right?
High tea. Oh, okay, I want to go too. All right. Are you ready? All right. So we're gonna play into just as a game. We'll play into the this. Oh wait, do we have a person, place, and thing? Do you want to do that, or you want to go right in?
I don't know.
Let's go right in.
Let's go right in.
Okay. This is live theater right here in your face. This is Radio Drama Improv with Kailah and Jam. And we are getting started now. Evening, lady.
Good morning to you, sir.
Welcome to the Preakness.
How much you got on good on number 7 right there?
Little number 7, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. I have 7 M's on number 7.
Oh, glory, that is so much money. How did you ever get this?
Oh, well, you know, the hustling on the side, I sell manure.
Manure?
Yes, manure. It's a bustling business. But are you here? Are you being courted by a gentleman?
Oh, not that I know of.
Oh, okay. So you're here on your own volition?
I'm here on my own, son. They don't know that yet, though. So if anyone asks, I'm being courted by the high estate of Frederick Astaire.
Frederick Astaire?
Frederick Astaire, the richest man in Baltimore.
You're Frederick Astaire's lady, aren't you?
Possibly.
Me and Frederick Astaire have a long time beef with each other. We are both in the manure business. Give me my money.
Oh, dear.
You tell Frederick Astaire to bring his Astaire down here. I want to talk to him immediately.
Oh, well, he won't listen to me, sir. Whatever will I do? I could have just taken that money and left, which was my plan all along.
It is me, Frederick Astaire.
Hector, where have you been?
I've been upstairs betting on number 7. I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M's on number 7. But have you been talking to someone down here?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lily is your name. Lily, have you been talking to someone?
I mean, was I not allowed?
Oh, well, of course you are allowed, because why would I put stipulations on a woman? You're out in public, but I don't need. There's one enemy of mine that is here that I don't need you talking to. He'll get into your head and you'll reveal all of our manure secrets.
Well, since you are here, I do have a bit of inside information.
Oh, please tell me then.
You should not put your money on number 7 because he has a bum leg. Number 4 is where it's at.
Yes, hello. Counter of money. People who take our money and we bet on it. I'd like to rescind my 5 mil on number 7. And what number do you think I should go?
Number 4, number 4.
Number 4. Number 4, take all my money. We're in the box office booth now. Yes, manure money, business, money. I am the first character who I was before when we started. Yes, great, really good business. Okay, great.
Ricardo, how's number 7 looking?
Oh, number 7's not looking too good. Is that a? My God, is that a bum leg that he has?
Did he just fall?
Did he just fall?
How much money did he just lose?
And there goes number 7 going down. Anyone who bet on number 7, sorry for you. No!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so angry I could fly out of this box office.
If only someone could have seen that. And you thought I was going against you.
How could I ever doubt you, Lily? Here's your half.
Thank you.
We banked out again.
You have to have more faith.
I will
in your wife.
I will have more faith in you, Lily. Pick one of those horses and we'll ride out into the horizon together.
Well, I mean, number 4 is our lucky one.
Well, let's get on and let's ride. And that was Radio Drama Improv with Kailah, Lynae, and Jam. And this is our student spotlight segment. We are spotlighting the success of our students. We're not broadcasting them getting locked up outside of Columbia University. Rather, we are interrogating and picking their minds apart and sharing their stories, because these are the future scholars and change makers. Hell, the current change makers of the world. So give it up one more time for Kailah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And this is the BOOM Boom live public service broadcast. We are committed to giving high quality, educational, entertaining, informational content to our viewers. We consider you to be active participants of society and not merely passive consumers like our competitors think you are. And in hopes of all of this broadcast to help you go boom. That is to build our own minds, to break out of our modes, become our own media machine by our own means. So one time, let me hear you say, boom!
Boom, baby!
Yeah!